Good morning, my Milo Mustangs, 5th graders. Those of you who are showing up and doing your work, about to be 6th graders. Welcome to our 3rd week of online learning. It's going so fast. I know. So, as to promise, this week's going to look a little bit different, and I'm going to go over some things for you right now before we get started. So, I'm going to go onto our class stream. As usual, our very first post for attendance will be here at the top of your stream. That won't change. Nothing will be different about that. When I go into classwork, it looks very similar to last week, only you are going to see that there should be fewer assignments this week. Not only fewer, but assignments that are much more clear. So for the assignments for the week of April 6th through 10th. Now, I do have some news for you. Originally, I told you that Friday was going to be a holiday for Good Friday. It's not really. The school has decided that Good Friday is a weather day, which is how it was on the calendar. But at the end of May, we'll be getting out a day earlier. So we do have school Friday, but I promise that as long as you get your work done all week long, Friday will be short and sweet, and it'll be half a day, and you'll be done by noon. Okay? Done by noon on Friday, if your work is all done. Now, I have sent out messages to parents. I have sent out messages to students. We have put grades into the computers for the last 2 weeks. And bad news is, if you are not turning in assignments, you are currently failing 5th grade. If you are turning in assignments that show no work or they are incomplete, that is currently failing 5th grade. This is school. You're expected to show your work and show us, turn in your assignments on time. Now, if we've spoken to you and we've talked to you and your parents about getting some assignments turned in, please do that. Let's get them turned in. Let's go. And we will work on those grades. But for the rest of you, there are 0 excuses, especially if you're not communicating with me or Mrs. Munoz. So, here is what week 3 looks like. It says assignments of week April 6th through the 10th. Monday, there are two math assignments that you see. One is due on Tuesday. You have page 15 of Star Master and page 16 of Star Master. Here's what the TEK is. Round decimals to the tens or hundreds place, and I have made you a short video which gives the example of one of the problems and how I want you to show your work. By the way, boys and girls, they are collecting these assignments off of here. Your papers need to have name, date, and the name of the assignment. Please make sure that spelling has name, date, your name, first name, last name, date, name of the assignment. Every math sheet has name, first name, last name, date, name of the assignment. We're still missing that on a lot of assignments, and we cannot have that. All right, so there's your short YouTube video and your 2 PDFs. There's 2 pages on the same TEK that's due on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday math. Again, here's your TEK. I've uploaded the math reference sheet because you'll need it for conversions. Here's your video lesson on this TEK, and it's page 104 and page 105. Science, biomes on Monday. Now listen up. A lot of you struggled with this last week. The directions are on the page. So these pages are actually, you have to color them in. It's opening up here. This is the tropical grassland and savanna. What they want you to do is they want you to color it in and make it look like that. But your front page right here is where your instructions are. So let's open that up and let's read that instruction real quick here before we move on to the other 3 pages. It says, in each biome box, draw organisms that represent the animals and plants that inhabit each biome. Be sure to color your work. When finished, cut out. Okay, so the rest part you don't have to do because you're not cutting it out, you're not making a book, you're not folding it. So this is the biome, lakes, ponds, wetlands. Right here, what would live in lakes, ponds, and wetlands? Color it in. Rivers and streams. What would live in rivers and streams? And you need to put those organisms there. Now, when we get to the animal book, I gotta go back, sorry. When we get to the animal book for Tuesday and Wednesday, on one of these pages, use the biomes of the world as a flap for the biome page of your book. So when you get to the page that says that you need a flap, and some of you have already done all the way to page 9, so this is going to be a piece of cake, right? But you're going to take that flap that you just did and maybe draw it on a piece of paper if you can't print it out, and you're going to glue it onto that page of your biome. And you're going to say, my animal lives in this biome, and that flap is going to be glued there. That's due on Wednesday. So Monday you're coloring the biomes, turning it in. Tuesday and Wednesday you're working on those pages, 6 to 9 of the animal book, and turning it in on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, you have Science STEM Scopes. You have to log into STEM Scopes and complete 3 assignments that are posted there for you. Vocabulary, reading, and a post test. But that's all there. Now, when you're finished, you don't have to take pictures and upload it here, but you do have to mark done or turn in or completed when it's done, and Mrs. Munoz will get your grades off of STEM Scopes. Social Studies, you have 1 assignment due for the week. Here are the chapters. They're uploaded here. There's 4 pages. Make sure you read them in order. They didn't upload in order, but page 8, then page 9, page 10, and then page 11. And then you're going to begin working on your book. I want to show you an example of what that book will look like when you're all finished. Believe it or not, that looks like leather, but it's actually masking tape and brown shoe polish. And that's twine. And you're going to make pages that look like an antique journal. Here it says, a fine morning set out early and proceeded and over high, rugged hills. Now you have to say, who are you going to be? Is this the journal of Lewis, or is it the journal of Clark? You need to tell us who you are in your journal. And then as you go forward, you're going to put dates that go in chronological order. Here this one starts. The expedition with Clark continues. August 3rd, 1804. And then it tells what happened. August 20th, 1804, and it tells what happened. You're going to be writing as if you are that explorer. Okay? Here's more pages. And we did last week post some websites where you can look up and find information to be able to do that, but I'll be sure to put that on here as well. I just wanted you to see. Now later on you'll have maps and animals and plants that are due, but right now you have your assignment is to do 2 pages of your journal to go ahead and get started and be able to turn that in by Thursday. For reading, Monday Achieve 3000, you have to have 2 selections read at 75% or higher. If you're not getting 75% or higher, you need to do more. Back to reading, Escape from Planet Yastel. So Tuesday and Wednesday, all we need is you to log into Epic and read chapters 4 and 5. And then after you read those 2 chapters, and also you can listen to those chapters if you prefer, you're going to write a summary of chapters 4 through 5. Be sure to stick to the sequence of the plot, including the 5 W's. What are the 5 W's? Who, what, where, when, and why. And those are there for you. Once you write that summary, you're going to turn that in, and that's your assignment for those chapters. Spelling, Monday through Friday. You have assignments due every day. Bonus is that there are 15 words this week, not 35, so there are no excuses to not get it done. So Monday, you're doing ABC order, and you're going to write out the words like that, like we did last week with the pyramids. And that's Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, write definitions for your words. Thursday, write a story like you did last week. And then the last thing on Friday is your spelling test. Looks like a great week, right? Those of you who have not caught up There is no reason for you not to at this point in time. Friday, don't forget, get all of this work in by Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m. Friday, we'll have a spelling test in the morning, a very short activity, and school will be half day done by noon. Okay? See you guys later. I'll open up a questions thread in a little bit. Make sure you post here for attendance, and I'll see you at Zoom at 2:30. Have a great day.